Hi, this is Greg Sandell. I'm one of the developers for the AACN nurses application. I'm going to give a quick tour of some of the technologies we're going to use for this project. I'm going to cover JSON, I'm going to cover Angularjs, and Trigger.io. And this will be a whirlwind trip. It's basically just to give you a flavor, not meant to be a tutorial on the subject. And there's one caveat I want to make, that this is just me as the developer getting data to appear on the screen right now. Our designers haven't touched this yet or given any advice, so please excuse the very crude look. But the main point is I'm taking data from Pocket Cards and I'm rendering it to a mobile device. So we're going to start with to the JSON files. First, I've got a JSON file which represents the list of cards that I currently have, and right now I only have pulmonary management. So it's got a single entry in it. Next, we look at the actual pulmonary management card data, and this is a very long file, and I'll just sort of scroll through it a little bit. This is just a JSON file representing the content of the pulmonary card. So it goes on for quite some time here. All right. Now, that's the end of the JSON. Let's look at Angularjs. First, we've got controllers, which route my JSON to pages that need to use that JSON. So here's my list of cards. You saw the thing that had just one entry in it. And here is card data, followed by the name of the card, which in our case we only have one, just pulmonary, and .json. So we have a card list controller and a card detail controller. We're going to cover the card detail controller. So let me go to the card detail HTML file, which is a fragment which renders individual sections. So as I said, the controller passes the JSON data to this, and now using this repeat structure, everything that begins ng dash pertains to something in Angular, and this is allowing me to loop through all the sections in my card data. And what it's going to do, it's going to look for a field called a renderer to decide whether it should render that particular section of the card with template 1, template 2, template 3, or template 4. So let me go back really quickly to pulmonary management, and you'll see that every section of the card has a renderer field. So there's a render of template 1, render of template 1, there's render of template 4, template 2. So we can handle the different layouts that the cards have. All right, so let's go now to an actual template. Let's take template 1. And again, we see this is Angular code, and it's going to loop through the JSON that's been passed to it and render some HTML here. Some of these classes you see here, small 2, large 4, these are CSS classes in a framework called Foundation that we're using that gives us adaptive response. So that'll resize appropriately for either a mobile device or a web page or whatever size device it's being rendered on. So let's go ahead and look at what's being rendered here. Let me find my screen right here. Let's get rid of my... Okay, here it is rendered, and again, I hope you'll forgive the fact it's very crude. All I'm doing, it's really proof of concept that I'm getting JSON data and rendering it on the screen. So here is the pulmonary management card. Here's section 1, chief complaint, then the breath sound section, normal blood gas values, and so on. Okay, so I've got it in Chrome here just to show myself. It's good for rapid development, but what we're really interested in is the mobile view. So to make the mobile view, I go into my Trigger.io view here, and Actually, because Trigger.io is cloud-based, we're actually looking at it through a browser. And all I do is say reload. It chugs away for a little while. Maybe I need to pause this video for a second while I solve this problem. Not good. Right, I think what we're going to have to do is kill this, start Trigger.io. I would describe it as a very stable platform. I think that the reason I had a failure there is because I think it's been idle for a long time. Okay, back to this, AACN, reload, then go to Forge, and then we hit iOS to build an iOS app. And what's going to happen is my iOS simulator in Xcode is going to render this page. Right now you're seeing what was left over from the last time I looked at it. And it's re-rendering, and we'll get the home screen of the app so far. It is going a little slower than usual. And, okay, there it is. Sorry for the delay. So, view the list of Pocket cards. The list we have is just pulmonary management. We'll go into that. And here you see the iPhone view of the same thing we just saw in Chrome. So it's obviously scrunched down a little more. And if I switch orientation of the screen, it will render somewhat differently. And again, obviously when our designers get a hold of this, we'll do a lot better job of rendering this so it looks very attractive and more like the card, the Pocket cards. So that's all I wanted to show. I've shown some JSON, I've shown some Angularjs, and I've shown Trigger.io. So I hope this helps you understand what we're using in this project. Thanks a lot. Bye.